Suns now up 10 in the fourth. Paul feeding Booker, top of the key for the three. Booker, a commanding performance, finished with 21 in the second half alone. Suns up by 13. Under 5 minutes ago, Suns lead by 6, trying to put it away. Booker with the miss. Ayton gets the rebound. Over to Chris Paul with a wide open three and nails it. Phoenix fans fired up. Suns winners. 118-108. Giannis 42-12, but disappointed. And Booker grateful for the win and the series.
I said before the series, I'm excited. I'm excited. Honestly, every day I wake up and get a chance to play, in the NBA, the league that I've been watching since a kid. So, I try to not lose sight of that. Fortunate, both of us are grateful to be in this situation, and, we definitely don't want to take it for granted. So, it's an everyday thing for us.
Absolutely grateful and excited, and that excitement's really showing up on the floor this postseason. Booker's up to 490 points in this year's playoffs, third most in a player's first career NBA postseason. Only Hall of Famers Rick Barry and Julius Erving had more, but not by much, as Devin Booker will most likely pass them before this series is over. Let's bring in Kendrick Perkins, Tim Legler, and Perk, I start with you. What are your biggest takeaways from Game 2?
One of them is the IQ level of both teams, right? You look at the Phoenix Suns and this young core led by Chris Paul and Monty Williams, and that IQ is through the roof. And then on the other hand, I'm watching the veteran group in the Milwaukee Bucks look like the dumbest team in NBA Finals history. I mean, the way that the Milwaukee Bucks play basketball is so disturbing to me. Like their timing, things that they do offensively, the crazy shot attempts that they take in the moment, the crazy passes that they make, like not knowing how to play with each other, not knowing the circumstances and value in the possession. And on the other end, you're looking at a young Phoenix team that are playing, being stars in their role, right? That are rising to the occasion, making the right plays, baseline drives, baseline drifts to the corner passes, double screen in action, guys setting screens, reading the defense. These are guys that are not even close to hitting their prime yet and playing at the highest level with the highest IQ. So when I'm watching both of these teams, the biggest takeaway to me is the IQ of the game.
It's a good point. And Legs, as I look at this series, you see the Suns doing everything right. It just kind of feels like the Bucks are a little bit out of sync, just can't get it together. What are you seeing from this Bucks team that just seems to be going wrong?
I just think they're a team right now that's trying to search for answers because they don't know how to guard this team. We talked a lot about in Game 1. I thought that their defensive strategy going into the series was really almost laughable, the way that they were guarding with all the switches and the drop coverage on two guys in Booker and Paul that love the middle area of the floor, and you're allowing them to get there against whoever they want every possession. Now, they made some adjustments in Game 2, but now they can't guard the three-point line because they're overcommitting so much help to the lane. The Phoenix Suns are moving the ball around the perimeter. They seem to always find the open guy at the right time. And as a result, Ryan, you have a team in Phoenix whose role players are so confident and comfortable because they can just stay in their lane. They don't do anything that they're incapable of doing offensively because they have so much trust. The ball is going to find them when it's their turn. And when you've captured that, you've captured something special as a team. And you got to give all the credit to Monty Williams and Chris Paul's leadership coming in, I think, and really adding to that. And now you've got a team of 8-9 guys in that rotation that fully expect that they're going to go out and have an impact because they know they can trust guys to make the right play. And the Milwaukee Bucks have just been chasing the basketball and reacting to everything Phoenix is doing rather than being able to dictate to them anything they're going to allow them to do. That's what great defenses do. They dictate to you what we're going to let you do. Instead, the Bucks are back on their heels trying to catch up to the basketball, and through 2 games, they haven't been able to do that.
So, Legs, the way this is going right now, it just does not look good for the Bucks. Could the Bucks get swept at this point?
I don't think they're going to get swept. This team's been too good at home over the last several years. It's one of the best home records in the NBA, and obviously they're going to get some home cooking, and they're going to get a lot of adrenaline. Their role players will be better. Now, having said that, if Chris Middleton and Drew Holiday don't play well on the same night, they're going to get swept. So that's what has to turn around. Giannis Antetokounmpo, he's going to put up certain numbers. He's going to have a certain impact on the game. I think we're pretty confident in that. But you don't know right now if Drew Holiday and Chris Middleton are going to rise to the occasion on the same night as Giannis. If that doesn't happen, they can get swept, but I expect it to. I think Chris Middleton's going to be much better in Game 3, and I think some of those role players will be better playing in front of the home crowd. This team's been too good over the last few years to dismiss them that easily. I think the Phoenix Suns are a better team, and that's why I picked them to win this series, and I think they will win this series. But don't be shocked if the Milwaukee Bucks win Game 3, and now we have something very interesting to talk about going into Game 4, which is hard to imagine maybe for some people the way these first two have gone.
Yeah, so, and you're talking about Middleton and Holiday. So, Perk, let me ask, what is it about these two guys that seems to be leading to their uneven performance? Is it them? Is it the coaching? Is it the game plan? Because they really need to step up. And if they're not stepping up, I don't see how Milwaukee wins this series.
Well, you know what? I think it's a combination of both, right? Go back into the last series against the Atlanta Hawks in Game 5 and 6. Chris Middleton and Drew Holiday were in a perfect rhythm. Giannis wasn't on the floor. These guys knew that their role had changed, right? The ball was in their hands more. They were able to make plays for others. Now coming into this series, you add Giannis back into it. So now I think it's more so on Budenholzer to find a way to get these guys going at the same time. I don't know if you stagger their minutes, sub Drew Holiday early, bring them back with the second unit, but Budenholzer got to do a better job of finding the ways to put each one of those guys in position to be successful, for each one of those guys to have big nights on the same night so that they could come out and get a win.
Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.